Hey everybody, it's your favorite traveler in the entire world, Imani B. Coming to y'all from sunny Cancun. It's sunny today. The other day wasn't sunny, but today is sunny. Mondays, I figured I would devote weekly content to monetization. So anything with regards to social media, brand partnerships, etc., that's going to be Mondays. So today is the first monetized Monday. Yay! Round of applause. This is a topic that I really want to talk about because I've been seeing a lot of people passing around these articles yearly, and I have a different spin to it that I think needs to be addressed more. And that article that everybody usually circulates every single year is pretty much talking about the pay gap between Black content creators and everybody else, right? And pretty much talking about how Black content creators aren't paid as much as other content creators in no matter what the niche is. It could be fashion, it could be travel and lifestyle, it could be whatever it is. It's typically that, Black content creators aren't making as much as everybody else, right? And so, yeah, that's damning and everybody can be upset about that. But the biggest thing that I've realized, especially in my journey as a social media content creator, is that there's a bigger issue at hand, and it's not the brands. It's not the brands. Everybody want to blame the brands. These $1 million, $1 billion companies, they're only offering us a little bit, shoestring budgets, et cetera, et cetera. And we don't talk enough about the fact that Black content creators don't share information. Yeah, I said it. Black content creators are where it is that they are in terms of this particular pay gap because they don't share information. And this is coming from somebody who is verified on multiple platforms. This is somebody who has over 10K and all of this other kind of craziness. I still go to content creators, ask them questions, and people act like it's like having to go to the Cayman Islands and get you an offshore withdrawal or something. Like the amount of steps that people try to make you either go through, or the hush culture that everybody has in terms of not giving you any information about anything is the reason why there's a pay gap. And this is coming from somebody who's a journalist. I'm a journalist and I've done freelance writing for many, many years. And what I've realized is I've gotten the most money in my career when people were very upfront and honest about what they got paid at the same publication. When they'd say, okay, this is the editor and this is their email contact. They paid this amount for this many words. Now, granted, with content creation, especially with social media, there are analytics involved, there's engagement involved, there is amount of followers, are you verified or not? All of those things that brands can take into account, yes. However, if we don't begin to start with, I got paid a base rate of this, or at least knowing what it is that a brand can pay when it comes time to negotiate what it is that you are supposed to be worth, it doesn't happen because we don't even know where to start. A lot of people that are jumping into this getting brand partnership movement, they don't even know where to begin. They don't know where to find the contacts. They don't know how to get in, in the know of figuring out how do I partner with a brand? So just to give you an idea, right? This is coming from somebody, me, who is verified on multiple platforms, who has the over 10K, who, all of those glitz and glamours, right? Who have come to other content creators, because this is another thing. My thing is, if somebody's coming to you and you look at their page and you're like, okay, this person clearly isn't doing the work. They're really not taking this seriously. Their aesthetic is kind of wonky. They really need to tighten their stuff up. Then I get it. And you're like, okay, I don't necessarily think you're ready for that. But here are some key notes that I see from your page that I think will really be great when you're ready to go with a brand. But when you're talking about people who actually, they got their content down, they know their niche market, they know who it is that they're speaking to, they know what it is that they need their directives to be in terms of their engagement, then why not give them the information? So I'm going to give y'all some responses that I've actually gotten from other content creators, right? That wasn't information, that wasn't a contact, that wasn't pay, how much they got paid for a campaign, right? Now, mind you, when I approach people, I typically look through their page and see who they have worked with before. That way, I'm not asking them, hey, can you give me something that they don't know, right? I'm asking them, can you give me something that you do know, in hopes that they will actually share that information. And unfortunately, they do not. I've asked people before about specific brands that I've seen that they've worked with. And the response that I've been given back is, oh, well, you can DM them. Try DMing them. And I'm thinking to myself, well, what did you do? Who did you talk to? Because even if you DM them, at some point you got an email. At some point you got a contact, a name, a last name, a LinkedIn, or something. Like, why can't you share that information and help me, as opposed to knowing that there's thousands of people probably emailing this brand, not emailing this brand, but DMing this brand, people that probably have all kinds of customer service gripes. So they're probably not even going to see it. Thankfully, I am verified on Instagram, so I go higher on the inbox, but the likelihood of a brand responding to a DM, if it works for some, great, but give me an email, give me a name, give me a contact. I've asked people about a specific brand, right, that they've worked with, and they'd be like, oh, well, they contacted me. It wasn't the brand, it was a PR company. Okay, well, who's the PR company? Because most PR companies, if they work with one brand, they work with a lot of brands. Now, I'll give you an example. Somebody did message me about, I did work with a brand, and they messaged me, and I let them know specifically for that campaign, there was a PR company only for that campaign, but they didn't work with that brand overall. But I did do my due diligence, and I went back and I found the contact person for that person, and I sent them that person's contact information from what it is that I could find, right? Why not? Why not? Like, we can all win. These companies are billion-dollar companies. Like, why not go the extra mile for somebody and say, listen, you're looking to get some money off of this company? Hell yeah, I will find the information for you. I've asked people about management. Now, granted, I'm not necessarily looking for management in terms of like just content creation, but I started my career off in broadcasting. I started my career off in radio, talking, hoping to matriculate into television. I've asked people who have managers, okay, about management. And I've gotten people like, well, I don't really know any managers. What about your manager? Does your manager not like money? Is your manager not available to take new clients? Because new clients means new commissions, means more money for them. Like, do they not take new clients? I've gotten, they won't even give you, it's insane to me. Like, people won't even give you a name. And so when we talk about the pay disparity, we really have to talk about it, and talk about it from the lens of sharing is caring. And if you don't care to share, you're always going to be at a deficit no matter how many brand deals you get, right? Because you're unwilling to be cooperative in what it is that you're learning and what it is that you're figuring out in terms of these brand partnerships, in terms of getting money. I see people that are posting, I got a $20,000 3-month deal, $20,000 a month, 3-month deal with a brand. But we'll not give you a contact, we'll not give you a name, we'll not give you anything. Does everybody not need to eat? Does everybody not, like, I have a 4-year-old. Like, in terms of, so I take things like that personally. Like, I know you got to separate business and personal, but it's like, you don't want me to feed my kid because you really want me to be on this hamster wheel running around in circles chasing my tail, when you could just, you have the information that I need. Why not help each other? But there's been one other Black woman that in my time as a content creator that has literally shared a spreadsheet with me of contacts based on, she asked me, what were the brands that I was looking to work with, and she sent me a spreadsheet that she had made for herself. And I cannot thank Oyin enough. Y'all know how I sweet like Oyin on all social media platforms. And as a result, I wrote an entire feature article about Oyin on Business Insider, because that's how it's done. So I say all that to say, if you're a content creator and you're out there and you're getting these brand deals and you have these contacts, use them. Use them, meaning share them. Share them with other Black content creators. Let people know, hey, I was only at 2,000 followers when I was able to get this $500 deal. I was at 10,000 followers when I got this $5,000 deal. Like, let people know the scope of what it is that they're going into. So then that way we know what is happening with each other. We can advocate for each other. Because let's be honest, I can't advocate for somebody who's not advocating for me. And the way that I feel like you're advocating for me is that you're sharing with me, is that you want to make sure that I win, is that you're giving me the tools that I need to win, the names, the contents, the contacts, the pay structure in terms of, okay, well, this is what it is that I made, but you can certainly negotiate your own rates. And that's all that's needed to happen. And so I'm making this video as a call out to everybody that is always talking about the pay disparity. That is on you. It's on you to decide that you can change the tide. You can change the dynamic of what's happening in this industry for Black content creators by making sure that you're not the gatekeeper. And to be completely transparent, I've had 3 paid partnerships. All of the information is below. 2 of them I've gotten from the influencer apps that you can join. There's so many of them. I'll put them below, and I'll only put the ones specifically that I have made money on and what the brand was that I partnered with. I'm not just going to be out here collecting all of these coins, collecting hashtag ad, hashtag sponsored, hashtag all of this, and making myself look amazing. And I'm not making sure that I'm looking at the people that are coming up behind me that need the help. So I am going to be about it. I'm not just going to talk about it. So you can get all of that information below. And that's it. So check me out again next week. I'm going to do another video for Monetize Monday. And it's not going to be the typical videos that you always see about monetizing. I'm keeping it real, 110%. So y'all have a great Monday.